You know, one of my favorite quotes is that everyone sees the wine, but no one sees the crushing of the grapes. Have you had your grapes crushed? I've had my grapes crushed, okay. Now, it's not fun to have your grapes crushed, but I would venture to say that it's a requirement if you want to be successful. Hey, my name is Josh. Welcome to this video. And today we're going to talk about belief and how to be more successful in your business by doing some counterintuitive things. Have you ever heard of this concept called derivative goal setting? It sounds fancy. It's actually pretty simple. You know, we want more money. We want more customers. We want better employees. We want all these things. We want better relationships. But rather than just setting that as the goal, we set a derivative goal, which helps us get there faster. And belief is one of those things. So think about it like this. If you were to level up your belief in all areas of your life, would it be easier for you to be successful? And the answer is yes, in case you're wondering. And I think it's important that we talk about that because, you know, we just got through the pandemic. I think one of the other pandemics happening in our country and in the world is a pandemic of belief, of lack of belief, or having negative or inverted belief, which is killing small business owners, is killing families, because people either don't believe success is possible for them, that there's something wrong with them, that it's not in the cards, that you have a certain lot in life, and it's just total nonsense. However, I understand if you grew up with non-entrepreneurial people, if you're already the most successful person you've ever met in real life, which is true for many people, how do you up-level your belief? How do you get more successful? I can tell you one thing, you have more control over this than you could possibly imagine. Another kind of unpopular opinion that I hold is that everyone has confidence. You know, belief and confidence are different things, but they're very similar. They're like second cousins, okay? I'm not making the argument here today that you need to get confidence. I would argue that you already have confidence. And you're like, what are you talking about, Josh? Well, I'll tell you what I'm talking about, okay? If someone has had decades of obesity and bad eating habits, and they're sitting on their motorized cart driving around eating birthday cake for breakfast, you know, there's emotional trauma, there's all kinds of psychology, there's things happening that lead to that. And obesity is one of those things that's visible to everyone else. We can all see the thing the person's struggling with. But to a small business owner, it's not visible as to why things just aren't working for them, right? So it's a little bit different. But the person that's struggling with their weight has confidence, but they probably have negative or inverted confidence. And what I mean is I'm 100% confident that I'm not worth it. I'm 100% confident that I don't deserve health, right? And they might not even consciously, overtly think these thoughts, but they are embedded in their subconscious, thereby creating a big struggle. When it comes to your business, you have certain beliefs, false beliefs, negative beliefs, and negative confidence that's messing things up for you. There's this amazing video by a friend of mine named Myron Golden. You should definitely type his name into YouTube and go watch all of his stuff because he's amazing. He talks about the etymology of the word confidence. So if you break apart the word confidence, the root word of that word is confide. And what does confide mean? It means to trust yourself. Do you trust yourself? Because when you break confidence or you don't confide in yourself, what happens is you start stacking negative or inverted confidence, which is bad. It makes it harder to move. It makes it harder to succeed. It makes it harder to go faster. You need to level up into your belief in your own ability to execute on the things you know to do. You know, I don't think people struggle with their weight because they have an information problem. They struggle with their weight because they have a behavior problem. And the behavior problem comes by having the wrong types of beliefs or false beliefs or inverted negative confidence. Specifically in business, when it comes to goal setting, another mistake people make is they set these huge pie in the sky goals. You know, I'm going to become a millionaire. I'm going to make $1 million. I don't know how big your business is or even if you started your business yet, but we need to walk that back a little bit. I want you to think big, but you're going to execute small. You know, it's the little things stacked on top of each other that actually give you the big result on the back end. One of my favorite quotes is that the amateurs focus on the front end and professionals focus on the back end. You know, a big problem with people is that they will not delay gratification. You know, we're so impatient, especially in the culture that we live in, that we can't do the little things to build and confide in ourselves, to build the confidence we need, to get momentum, to make it easier to get the sale, to close the deal, to recruit the employee, to step out and do what's required to actually be successful. And you got to do little things. That's what derivative goals are. You know, if you level up your belief, it's easier to be successful. If you level up your health, it's easier to be successful. If you level up your patience, it's easier to be successful. One joke I heard a pastor say one time was never pray for patience, because all that happens is God gives you more opportunities to be frustrated. You don't just get patience, you get the opportunity to practice patience. And the same thing is true with belief. How do we level up your belief? Let's talk about it. One super practical thing you could do to level up your belief almost immediately is to perform surgery on certain relationships that you have in your life. We all have these people, maybe Uncle Larry or Cousin Joe or your neighbor or your buddies that you were friends with in college and they've kind of lingered into your life into your mid-30s, but they're not going anywhere and you want to go somewhere. We got to kind of draw a line in the sand and make some big boy, big girl decisions on who we we allow to speak into our life. You got to understand, belief and certainty and confidence is contagious. It's contagious. Did you hear me? It's contagious. It's a contagion, okay? You cannot be surrounded by people who are low-level thinkers or people that think they're being victimized all the time. If all the people you're surrounded by think that the world around them is happening to them instead of happening for them, that's going to cause problems for you. And it's interesting because when I look back at my business career, which goes a couple decades at this point, I can see the progression of my success in business and the economic success that I've had literally directly correlate to the level up in relationships that I've had. Jesus Christ was God, and he only had 12 people in his inner circle, right? You don't need a bunch of people. You need 2 or 3 people that will challenge you and sharpen the sword of your mind to think bigger, people that are thinking even bigger than you. If possible, try to be the dumbest person in the room, but that's going to require you to say no to some of the past relationships, the negative relationships, the small-minded thinking people that poo-poo on your dreams. One of my favorite Bible verses says, don't cast your pearls before swine. And one way to level up your belief is to stop sharing your dreams and your goals with people that just dismiss them. Because the reason they're doing that is to justify their own inadequacies and their own lack of success in their life. And we ain't got time for that. Another way to level up your belief is to understand the true statement I'm about to say. You ready? This is truth with a capital T. You, my friend, have a mission, a mandate, a purpose, and a destiny on your life. You are not a cosmic accident. The PBS Science Channel told you were not made out of cosmic goo that got struck by lightning, okay? None of that's all bunk. You have a purpose here, and you need to figure out what it is. Now, I've coached over 1,000 small business owners over many, many years, and one common thing that's almost always true is that people don't know what they want because they don't know what their destiny is. They never thought about it. They never thought they had a purpose. They think they're here just to survive. I think they're here to thrive and to take ground and to change the world in whatever way that makes sense for you. If you don't know what your purpose is, that's okay. Most people don't, but they all have one. Here's your homework. Your purpose is to find your purpose. Your mission is to find your mission, okay? You have permission to move about the cabin and try to discover this stuff because once you do, it sets you on fire and it creates a belief that's almost unshakable. You got to understand that there's people out there that need your business to work. Your kids, your family, your legacy, your neighbors. There's a lot of people that look up to you right now and they're waiting for you to lead and make moves and to go and to run. And if you don't level up your belief, it's going to be very difficult to get there. I hope this video is helpful for you. I hope it added value to you. And if it did, click the thingies or whatever, how you do it on YouTube. You know the drill. We're just getting started with this channel and we're going to have a lot more value coming back to you.